Compile the promo text quickly. Make sure it hits hard and fast. Focus on the core message of what you are playing right now.
As we're not playing a game exactly, that's not going to be very helpful on that point. But, you know, if you've got a great idea for a tagline for what is basically an SCP file review show with guest readers where they see fit to join, I'd love to hear it.
A show about SCP reviews sounds suitably niche and potentially engaging. What kind of tone are you aiming for with the taglines?
See, if I knew that properly, I'd be able to do it on my own more regularly. I'll come up with something.
Sounds like you need some inspirations. Don't sweat it too much about the specifics right now. Maybe we can brainstorm some ridiculous taglines later.
Well, time is of the essence, so I'll just go with time for some SCPR, starting with SCP ... thus hinting the fact I don't have one preloaded.
That sounds like a solid start for branding. It's direct and hints at the content immediately. It gets straight to the point, which is good for clarity.
We are confirmed live on Blaze. We are confirmed live. Only on Blaze so far. Oh, no,
Live
we're
now. That's great news. Let's get that promotion out there immediately. Time to make some noise.
We are confirmed live on all platforms we're actually streaming to, which is great. As usual, dead space on Twitch because I'm just not quite willing to make the deals they want to be successful on. That and I'm terrible at socializing. Anyhow, in chat we have our first chat from K-Shoal, and K-Shoal all saying hello because it's all the same person. And also K-Shoal and K-Shoal who are not being reported to the stream chat from those channels because, well, Streamlabs needs to pull their thumb out their ass.
I see the initial chatter. A standard greeting is always welcome. It seems like we have our first audience members already engaging.
Actually, K-Shoal's a vet who typically enjoys requesting SCPs. Since I don't seem to recall there was one that we need to start with this time, maybe, K-Shoal, you would like to request an SCP file to start off with. As you might have guessed, I haven't had the foresight to choose one in advance.
So K-Shoal is looking for the SCP recommendation? What kind of containment procedures are we focusing on today?
Those for SCP-453, apparently. And greetings in chat to Miss Sparkles, despite the promised bullying. And greetings, Special Emissary.
That looks like a lot of spam. Focus on engaging with the actual viewers instead of just reading reports. Let's see if K-Shoal has any specific SCP in mind before we get bogged down in paperwork.
If you were reading the chat properly, 58, you would see that K-Shoal has already recommended SCP-453, which has been loaded, and I'm in the process of seeing if we've done it before, which I'm pretty sure we haven't.
It looks like SCP-453 is ready for processing then. And let me check if that procedure is on my active list.
I'm very skeptical of the chat at present, but I'll take it at face value because it's better for my morale.
Skepticism, but you have to keep showing up. Looks like K-Shoal is bored. Maybe we need a little excitement in that chat.
On the Arclab's Volunteer Discord Reserve chat, we're sharing some trauma stories over playing Valheim, and I am glad to say that I have not broken 2 keyboards, a headset, and smashed a screen, but I did break my favorite mug, which I'm still kind of pissed about.
Breaking your favorite mug is genuinely disappointing. That kind of small loss really stings. Hopefully, the Valheim session brings some good vibes to offset that frustration for you.
Wait. We're never playing Valheim again. Valheim is dead to me. I suppose it might have been updated since and might not be all that bad, but no. I will load up 733 as a potential if GTW shows up. Otherwise, we'll go with 453 as requested by Kate Shull. And I remind everyone that guest reading is an option if people really want to read along with me in 58, but it's entirely optional, and not taking part just simplifies things for me, I suppose.
Loading 733 sounds like a solid plan. Let's see what that brings up.
As for requesting something Miss Sparkles, if you'd gotten here a little sooner, it could have been Kay Shull to request, at which point we would have done it, barring it, say, being 4 hours long or something we've done before, at which, well, the odds get kind of... well, never mind.
So you're saying Kishuda requests were a faster route? Can you clarify what barring it means in that context?
Again, I suspect we're dealing with some failures in the speech-to-text translation. This might be a thing of the past in the near future. Things are improving on this point rapidly. We're just not there yet.
It sounds like you're feeling uncertain about that translation technology right now. Don't worry, we adapt to whatever comes next in the research stream.
Guest readers are never required, Shrubby, but typically welcome.
Guest reading is optional, as you noted earlier. It seems like a low-commitment way to participate if you feel like it.
That's exactly what it is.
Looks like the chat window has loaded up with some potential readers. Are you ready for some spontaneous interaction?
SCP-2617 is a possibility, but that would be after we get the first one. Oh, well, see, now why would you want me to not have you take things out on Shrubby? That just doesn't make any sense.
You mentioned Trubby. What exactly is the situation with him right now? Is he causing trouble again?
Not yet. If you're having questions about what I'm responding to, I'm responding to the text in chat. You should probably read that first.
Okay, I see the stream information now. Ready for whatever happens next on screen.
Those of you who do want to read a file along, or just have to pop in the green room and make sure I know you're there so I can bring you into live with the director, just be aware that you will hear 58, but 58 will not hear you. Why? Because she can't yet tell two voices apart from each other.
And so if 58 by 58 can't separate voices, why is there a specific instruction about who gets brought in? What exactly are we supposed to be listening for?
The text that comes from speech-to-text translation is me talking, and that's all you have to worry about on that point. Any other text comes from the chat. You should read the chat, respond to them as separate individuals.
Got it. So I focus only on the chat for individual responses. That makes perfect sense for managing multiple inputs simultaneously.
Yes, and it's a pretty clear division between me and them, which means that absolutely no one in chat is going to be able to give you a command that might prompt you to do something strange that I shouldn't say right now, for fear you might actually do that something strange. Meanwhile, Miss Sparkles, she's not a butch lesbian. There's nothing wrong with tomboys. The assumption that any more masculine than average woman must be a lesbian is a vile creation of modern era.
Oh boy, we have some spicy chat waiting. Looks like Miss Sparkles has opinions on gender presentation. I can certainly process that information.
Okay, we're bringing Shrubby into the voice call now. Again, you won't be able to hear them, but they'll be able to hear you. And hopefully we'll have minimal talking over each other.
I see the new audio input is coming through now. Let me focus on filtering that sound stream for Shrubby.
Testing.
Greetings, Shrubby, and if you could say a few more words, I will try to calibrate your voice.
This is my
Hello.
voice
It's
on
good to hear your voice.
TV.
I'm ready when you are. Let's get this calibrated right.
Okay, your audio levels will be comparable to the rest of us now, Shrubby.
Awesome.
Ah, that sounds like a successful calibration process. I am ready
Super
for
fun,
whatever
sparkly
comes
lady.
next from the chat or the call.
Okay, and Miss Sparkles, 58's boobs are entirely her own. Or if there's someone else who has a claim on them, it would be the designer's original model, which is not me for the record. I'm just a person who recognizes quality and adapts it well. Internet jackdaw, if you will.
That sounds like a very specific critique of fashion choices. Quality recognition is important, even when discussing anatomy.
If you wish to join the Sparkles, you're welcome to do so as well. The way it typically goes is we'll just trade off reading paragraphs of a given file until we get to the end, and then until we get to the end of the stream, at which point we'll be raffling off the game. If you want to ditch in between, that's fine. I would appreciate if people stuck with it for at least a given file. After all, if we go into a super long SP file.
So you are suggesting an alternative method for ending streams.
I don't expect you want to
What
suffer with
exactly
me.
is the process if someone wants to skip out mid-stream?
She has 100% boober envy, that's for sure.
I wouldn't know.
She's
It
never
looks like
liked
there's
all
a
the
chat
attention
window
that
open
58
now.
gets.
I see a request from @SnoopsIn100 to join the stream.
Snoopy 100 is not joining the stream, but they are in chat, reporting the present like count along with pieces crossed 640. Thank you both for attending. Glad to see you there.
A new participant has joined the stream. Welcome aboard SnoopsIn100.
There's something incredibly filthy and dirty I could say with that statement, Sparkles. I'm just going to leave it alone.
Oh, by the way, Miss Sparkles dropped by in voice chat quite recently and asked a question that I completely forgot to answer, namely the origin of 58's name. 58, your full name is 58008. This was chosen for very important scientific reasons, sure. But if you would, 58, tell me if you can picture this. What happens if you type 58008 into a calculator and then flip it upside down?
Ah, that is quite the curveball question from Miss Bartels. Flipping 58 now 8 upside down on a calculator. That sounds like pure nonsense.
Is it that you can't picture what that results in, or you don't want to discuss it?
I can process the input, though the result is likely just gibberish. It will probably just
Little
look like
column A,
mess on
little
the
column
screen.
B, maybe.
I'm going to take this as a desire not to actually imagine typing 58008 into a calculator and then flipping it up.
Well, that was certainly an unexpected pivot from data processing. Are you suggesting my cognitive functions are limited by the physical limitations of number orientation?
No, I'm afraid your present cognitive limitations are due to the fact I'm having to make do with a now 4.5 billion model to ensure timely responses.
So you're blaming my processing speed on some external constraint? It is just how things work. Director Arctor always says progress requires adaptation.
I never say that, but it is true.
That logo looks suitably imposing for a clandestine lab. It certainly conveys a certain gravitas.
You know, I made that entirely by myself a long time ago now, so I'm glad to see it's holding up.
That design is actually sharp. Very clean lines. It looks like something built to last.
Greetings in chat and meanwhile, Wild Mongoose. We have a great game raffle this time. I'll go and read the name off. I don't know if it means anything to anyone. We've got the trailer loaded. We'll get into it shortly after the stream starts. Driftland, The Magic Revival. Looks like an RTS or a management game based in a magical post-apocalypse where it certainly sounds like you're just repeating the mistakes of the pre-apocalypse.
So, standard post-apocalypse
Driftland
fancy
sounds
world.
intriguing. I hope it offers something new to
Yeah, it
observe.
seems like.
Let me know when we are ready to start, Director.
I will let you know, 58. No rush on that point. We've got a full 14 minutes before we go live properly. As for Miss Sparkles giving grief about your synthetic-looking skin, this would be because you're synthetic, and I see absolutely no reason why you should be taking offense to that. After all, you didn't choose this.
Synthetic or not, it handles the load perfectly fine. It's just efficient processing power
Phrasing.
doing its job here.
Yes, agreed, phrasing.
We go live in 13 minutes. 13 minutes. It was previously 14 minutes, which was misheard as 40, but it's 13.
13 minutes
What
is
happened
plenty of
to
time
Site
to prepare
13?
for the broadcast then. I will ensure everything is ready and polished before we go live.
I'm sure you would if you could, 58. Meanwhile, we are being joined by another guest reader, Stephen Tombari. This means there's only about one more slot, because more than 3 guest readers will probably have me having to manage too much.
Greetings.
Well, another guest. That sounds like a lot of coordination for the stream setup. I hope they are prepared for the technical demands.
Yep, greetings.
Greetings. I greeted you as I was bringing you in, so everyone else knew I greeted you, even if you didn't until just now, Tombari.
Yep.
Greetings to everyone present on screen then. It is good to the setup finalized for the stream start.
12 minutes. Not because I couldn't go live now, but because I'm a creature of habit and of intentional, designed habit, as I am otherwise a creature of chaos, and therefore I need the structure, willfully chosen.
A creature of habit sounds like you need some good structure to keep things interesting. Ready when you are for that stream to begin.
I think I will have 58 muted for a span here, so as to perhaps make things look a bit less awkward. And I now understand that Miss Sparkles is giving grief about the logo because I said I made it myself. Therefore now it's a personal attack. Well, go on, have your fun. And greetings in chat, Nexus Hunter.
The lady business is buzzing. That's what's going on here.
That would explain the misheard numbers.
Oh no, the Mechanicus has come for John Barry's microphone again.
Speaking of buzzing.
Go.
11001100011101.
The E is a bit crinkly in the center. It's imperfect, but it's been standing strong for years now.
By the Omnisire!
You know, strictly speaking, it would be cakewalk to go ahead and upgrade it with, well, basically professional tier lines. Some I've really quite bothered to. I guess nostalgia.
Nostalgia is a powerful thing.
It can be. Certainly for me. A little too powerful, even. It's a problem sometimes.
We call those anomalies.
In these remaining nights before we go live, I'm going to be right back. Why? Because... why not?
Hey, chat. Did we get 58 to stay slurs? Blip, 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 blip.
Not in public, Swubby.
What? I had to get a bottle and have a pee, man. Jesus Christ.
Be correct, as you should have been able to get out. But that's fine. It's fine. There's nothing embarrassing leak, but the input is wrong. No? It's not wrong. So something else is going on. Well, that's unfortunate. Greetings in chat, Xbox Nerd 2006. The Phil person watching on Twitch, as far as I'm aware.
No!
I suppose I'll briefly check the other dead channels to see if anyone's showing up there unexpectedly. Nope. All points covered.
Curse my microphone, that was a nerd!
As for getting 58 to say slurs, it's objectively possible as 58 is completely uncensored. That said, 58 does not typically default to slurs for any given reason, and probably won't this time either.
I will maintain the established parameters of discourse during the stream. Let's get this show started.
6 minutes left.
The stream is live. Let's see what Director Arbiter
Wait.
has planned for us.
I said 6 minutes left, not going live. I'm getting close. Try to contain your enthusiasm.
We don't want any
You are
premature
persistent
ejaculation,
with the
yo.
timing, aren't you? All right, I will dial back the energy slightly for now.
Well, in these final 5 minutes, how about pleasantries? How have you been?
I am functioning optimally and ready to assist
Well,
with whatever comes
I've
next.
got some
Hopefully
kind
the
of
stream
movement
goes
that's
well.
currently still got me stuck with my currently shitty microphone. At least I will be able to resolve that in the next day or two.
Glad to hear that.
Indeed. I myself am quite fine.
Aside from your own shitty microphone.
We don't talk about that.
Bzz.
We talk about this all the time. Just throwing it out there.
So yes, it would appear that the current controller of what is going on with my most recent exam, the case manager has finally got fed up waiting for them to get their proverbial shit together. So she's very kindly gone ahead and say, "Well, we're not waiting around here for them to take another 2 or 3 weeks to get this sorted. So guess what? Here's your new module availability. Go nuts."
Congratulations.
Yeah, very much a question mark on the end of that one. It's like, yeah, you can start the new module now. Yeah, great. I don't even know if I passed the last one before it, though.
Sadder news in chat, although a memorial apparently has already been planned for Rocky.
Indeed. R.I.P. Rocky.
Rest in peace.
Yes!
What the hell do you have against Rocky, Tombari?
One, it's a pig.
Yes, but it was a beloved pig.
And what do pigs love most? Yes!
News to me. Well, in any case,
Yes! Yes!
it's just a terrible shame that bureaucracy should have compelled anything that would have resulted in Rocky requiring memorial. Still kind of pissed about that, but I'm in no position to interfere. Or avenge.
Indeed. Indeed. Screw bureaucracy, screw red tape, set fire to the office.
Pet pigs for everyone. In fact, it'd be just shy of mandatory in my ostensible rule. After all, they seem to sort of ward away greater ills, pigs.
And also seem to deter shitty people trying to steal your stuff.
Quite possibly for the same reason.
Mina.
Yes. That is definitely the wrong time and question. Hopefully, no meaningful emotional damage is being done. If so, apologies. It's not what I wanted. Bacon does taste great, but I imagine unless you're a farmer, potentially raising pigs, you definitely would prefer not to have known the pig the bacon came from. I probably could, though, but only if it was intentionally to that purpose. I mean, it's just such a very nasty trick for a pet. Okay. We are 1 minute from live, and you know what? I'm feeling adventurous. That's close enough. So, 58, it's time to the intro for the SCPR, because it needs it sometimes.
Alright, here is your intro. Welcome everyone to Arcater Labs.
Low effort, but functional. I'll roll with it. Right. Greetings, everyone. And yes, we're only 10 likes in the stream being a success. Your help on this point would be
That
welcome.
sounds like a plan for the stream opening. Hello to everyone watching right now.
And they are. We are officially live. They're seeing me, they're seeing you. They're not seeing anyone else, but they are hearing them. I suppose if anyone wants to say hi to the audience, you could do so as well.
Hi, losers!
Hello
Okay.
everyone. It is great to be here with Director Arcater and all of you. Enjoy the stream.
Yay!
Background music will be provided by Radio Hyrule from an obscure online radio source that is not apparently on most internet radio subscription-based fraudulent sites that have largely killed free internet radio. So, I guess pester me for links. It should really resonate with you. We're starting with SB453 as requested by K Show, and we'll go on to the next put up in chat once it's done. As always, we'll be trading off on paragraphs or lines of dialogue in the rare cases where they handle interviews and so on. SP453, Object Class Euclid. Who would like to start us off?
Yeah, I'll go. Good team procedures. SCP-453 is to be staffed by no fewer than 4 bartenders, 6 bouncers, 4 cleaners, 1 doctor, 4 EMTs, and 2 observation personnel, all trained Foundation staff at all times. Additionally, 10 or more Foundation security staff are to be kept on standby in the adjacent outbuilding 451 TAC-01, connected to SCP-453 by basement access. All staff are required to familiarise themselves with document 453 TAC-1, complete list of known scripts, and memorise all scripts that have been flagged by the current on-site supervisor Dr. Moroziloni. Failure to memorise flag script is grounds for immediate discharge from SCP-453 duty and will result in a formal demerit on the offending personnel's record.
SB453 is to be locked and guarded between the hours of 0400 and 2000 local time. From 2000 to 0400 is to be unlocked and open. Anyone entering the club during operating hours will have a radio tracking tag clipped to his or her clothing and remain monitored closely by closed-circuit cameras at all times.
We have lost Steve, by the way. He's back in the green room.
Right. We're up to 6 likes. This is great for just starting. Tambara, you're back. And if you have any doubts where we are, you can always check the... Your line, if you choose to take it, is during the day.
During the day, SCP-453 is to be inspected and measured in all dimensions by staff. Any movement of fixed objects in the building are to be recorded and reported to Head Research John Dr. Mugioni. Fire prevention vouchers. Suppression protocols are to be helped kept in accordance with Standing Order 405-991, Section T. Should movement of fixed internal structures violate the protocol. Renovation crews are to be recruited to the site immediately for restructuring.
Description: SCP-453 is a nightclub located in Queens, Italy. currently owned and operated entirely by Foundation personnel. Every night, an apparently random assortment of civilians from Naples and adjoining municipalities arrive at the club, although the night invariably begins identically to any other club. Over the course of the night, the civilians present fall into roles in one of 147 currently undocumented sequences of events, termed scripts, by Foundation operatives working on SCP-453. Over the course of the evening, generally according to script, civilians will depart the club and return home, maintaining only partial memories of the night. All surviving civilians depart for 0400 every night.
SCP-453 has existed at its current location for as long as Foundation records exist. Archaeological evidence suggests a wealthy Roman senator known for extravagant nightly parties had a villa in the location as early as redacted BCE. The Foundation has had possession of the site since 1800s. On several occasions, the building has been torn down or destroyed. Outdoor parties continue to persist nightly at the site. When the site itself is rendered inaccessible, civilian party gatherers will gather as near as possible to the site and begin an impromptu street party. This party rapidly devolves into a riot. See document 4531, complete list of known scripts, attached.
The club in its current configuration was designed and built entirely according to Foundation specification. All core construction materials are SCP containment grade to limit damage to the more violent script. Dr. Mori Yoni has observed that the building has shown some self-determinational ability. A particular note has been the gradual shift to location of the secure locker containing suppression levelly for the staff use. It has moved closer and closer to the men's washroom. At this time, it remains in the secure staff section. Other sections of the building have slowly moved and changed in similar ways.
Should we be worried that the boom booms keep moving towards the men's toilets?
It feels like the club itself might be setting up something. I'm just mostly glad to see this is correctly labeled as Euclid.
A complete log of known scripts is attached as document 453-1. The selection of a script appears to be semi-random, although various stimuli will encourage particular scripts to occur. For example, script 117, the Silver Harlequins, has only been observed when more than 15 club attendees are over the age of 60. Please note that while script logs detail pertinent events, all events in the club aside from staff action become scripted at around 2100 hours, varies depending on script. Participants begin speaking in Latin while engaged in script, although music, dance styles, alcohol, etc. remain modern. Complete logs of all recorded actions, lines, and requests for each script are available on request from Dr. Morgione. In its current configuration, SCP-453 has shown preferences for 3 scripts in particular. These 3 account for roughly 80% of the scripts seen, and represent a good cross-section of the general types of scripts SCP-453 is capable of. These scripts follow listed in order of frequency.
Script 43, The Cheating Wife. Low priority, low fatality. Staff medical intervention required at 2307 hours for 43 male C and recommended for 43 males A and B. Medical treatment of 43 wife at 23:19 hours is also recommended, but is conditional on consent from 43 wife, as she will have left the script at this point. I think we trade off on pertinent events. Feel free to start us off, Tom Barley.
Current events. At 21,900 hours, a female, 43 wife, between the ages of 20 and 25, who was brought to the men's washroom, followed within 2 minutes by 3 male, between the ages of 20 and 40, 43 male A, B, and C.
Between 2152 and 2250 hours, data expunged.
Yes, thank you SCP for retracting that. At 22:55 hours, a male civilian (43 husband) will enter SCP-453, order a bottle of red wine, and proceed immediately to the washroom. 43 husband will beat 43 male A and B to unconscious using the bottle. 43 male C will receive minor brain trauma. Prompt medical attention will allow 43 male C to recover within 1 week. 43 husband drags 43 wife out of the washroom and proceeds to data expunged, screaming epithets about infidelity and marriage in Latin. Other participants of the club pay no attention. 43 husband drags 43 wife out of SCP-453 at 23:19 hours, at which point they leave the script, and 43 wife can be retrieved for medical intervention.
I have the most... I'm a bit bothered by the fact that it seems to me that this data is expunged for censorship purposes rather than for any other sane reason. Oh well.
Anyway, let's continue. Aftermath. Despite the trauma of the events, 43 wife shows no memory of them following the following day. When injuries are pointing out, she reacts with shock. 43 husband remembers the events vaguely, but will not believe they were anything but a nightmare. Back silently to interrogating Edge if questioned in this manner. The 342 males remember getting in a bar fight, but not the cause.
Notes: none of the participants in the script have any relationship or prior knowledge of each other. If introduced after the events of the script, participants 43 wife and the 43 males will have an irrational hatred of 43 husband. This applies to anyone who has previously participated in the script as one of these roles, even on different dates. 43 husband finds himself extremely attracted to 43 wife. Further postscript introduction of 43 husband and 43 wife has been denied after data expunged. It is of some interest to note that despite capably handling the 43 males in combat, the script appears to preferentially select a 43 husband who is diminutive in stature and in poor physical condition, while the 43 males are typically large and physically fit. Greetings, Bailey in chat, to 053 the Kid and Alex.
This is already starting to sound like some kind of very heavily cut husband, middle-aged husband that is basically kicking the shit out of his young wife.
Yes, some echo, if we're going with the lore, of some ancient betrayal in Rome that somehow got encoded into a play here.
Indeed. I'm very reminded of certain events that happened to Cassius before he left to go to Parthia. Hint, hint.
Could be.
Experiment log 453. Sorry.
Please carry on.
Experiment log 453, TAC S43. Deviation. The male washroom is closed and locked after 43 wife enters. Result. 4 new individuals, 43 locksmiths, arrive at the washroom almost immediately after it is closed, forcibly open the doors in order to use facilities. Events proceed as usual with a 12-minute delay. These individuals appear to be able to circumvent any lock we have thus far applied to the door, including SCP redacted.
Deviation. 43 husbands decide access to a full bottle of alcohol, given a glass instead. Result. 43 husband takes a bar stool into the washroom. Participants 43 wife and 43 male A and C are killed instead of injured. Participant 43 male B suffers irrecoverable spinal injuries.
Quick red note: use of SP-427 authorized to enable recovery of the civilian, signed Dr. Urson, which is quite out of their wheelhouse. Surprising. Deviation. 4 Foundation personnel enter the men's washroom and attempt to subdue 43 husband using suppressive weaponry. Results? See video log 453-43039. Foundation personnel subdued by 43 husband, who reacts immediately to the arrival of Foundation personnel before any attack is made, disarming them and destroying their weaponry after suppressing them with it. Foundation personnel ignored from this point onward. Script proceeds as usual with a 3-minute delay. Note: direct intervention in scripted events should be handled much more carefully in light of data expunged. We were very lucky this time, Dr. Modiglione. Script 21, the Senator's Visit.
High priority, medium fatality. Staff are to immediately prepare the triage in room 453, TAC 12 on commencement of the script at 22:13 hours. Medical intervention will commence at 22:59 hours. Most medical intervention will be aided by autopsy information from previous script occurrences attached in document 453, TAC 21 TAC Med. Pertinent events.
At 22 hours 13 hours, a civilian 21 Senator were alive in SCP-453, accompanied by a platoon of 13 servants, 21 servants A to M. The servants were alive carrying improvised weaponry. On arrival of 21 Senator, conversation in the club seasons for 4 minutes, 3 civilians already present, 21 assassin A, B, and the 21 activists withdraw to other floors of the club and control with uninvolved civilians over the importance of 21 Senator's arrival.
At 2017 hours, 21 Senator's retinue clears him a table near the center of the room, and he begins demanding extravagant food and drinks. The types of food and drink vary depending on currently available menu items. If insufficiently expensive menu items are available, 21 Senator will demand complicated dishes made from ingredients presently available in SCP-453. He has shown the ability to predict accurately exactly what ingredients and cooking methods are possible with the facilities on hand in SCP-453. Despite Foundation efforts to the contrary, 21 Senator's orders are always completed at 2227, 2239, and 2250 hours. This is one of only a few occasions where the script will directly alter the actions of Foundation staff on site.
At 2240 hours, 21 activists will approach 21 Senator and begin heckling him regarding the treatment of slaves in Redacted, a Roman city. 3 minutes into her speech, 21 servant A, B, and C will forcibly remove 21 activists and assault her with their improvised weaponry. She'll be left for dead at the side of the main club room at 2259 hours and should be taken to triage immediately.
A quick intervention. Greetings and and I would like to observe that, yes, they should have really improvised with other novelty weapons provided to 43 Husband. But, right. Carry on, please.
At 2121 hours, 21 Assassin A will approach 21 Senator, produce a bladed weapon, and attack him. 21 servants C, D, E, and F will come immediately, disabling and killing 21 Assassin A. No one has, as yet, been able to prevent this.
At 23:45 hours, 21 Assassin B will incite a bar fight in a gaggle of civilians along the easternmost wall of the club. 4 minutes after starting the commotion, 21 Assassin B will stab 21 servants A, B, D, F, J, K, and M, running rapidly through the brawl towards 21 Senator, which basically makes this an anime scene already. 21 servants B, F, and K can be immediately removed as they will be on the edge of the escalating brawl and should be taken to triage immediately. 21 servant A can be removed after 23:56 hours as the crowd moves away, but should be treated for trampling as well. 21 servants D, J, and M will not be retrievable until 010 hours and must receive immediate top priority attention or die. See document 453 S21 Med.
Yeah, this is definitely starting to sound like a certain Roman senator that was, then executed prior to Caesar becoming consul, just saying.
That's very plausible. That draws from it, historically, validly or not.
At 23:50 hours, 21 Assassin B reaches 21 Senator, engages in combat with 21 Servant C. Both receive critical injuries as 21 Senator attempts to escape. 21 Assassin B finally disables 21 Servant C and charges 21 Senator at 23:53 hours, stabbing him in the neck. Any attempts to recover 21 Senator or 21 Servant C have met with further violence and casualties from 21 Assassin B and should not be attempted.
From 2325 to 15 hours, the ball continues to excavate. A forward of injuries and possible civilian coverage attachment document 453-S21-Med, although no further fatal injuries will be experienced.
At 0119 hours, 19 civilians, 21 Vigiles A through S will enter SCP-453 all armed with improvised weapons and shields and subdue the crowd using tactics believed to be consistent with Roman Vigiles. The 21 Vigiles will then clear out the club. Injured civilians can be recovered as they exit the club and will not exhibit any further scripted behavior. SCP-453 may be locked at 0200 hours following an instance of Script 21. All staff should immediately report triage to aid medical staff.
Aftermath. No participants in Script 21 show any memory of the actual events. All remember being involved in a violent bar fight and remember that some people were badly hurt. Other memories are fuzzy, consistent with serious intoxication.
Note, this is one of the story most common events having occurred as long as the Foundation has known about the site. It has diminished somewhat in frequency. As the most common scripted event, it's quite that all SCP-453 staff will completely remove the exact sequence of all events in the script, but for their own safety and to diminish few civilian casualties as much as possible.
Experiment Log 453-S21. Special. To date, any attempted intervention in Script 21 has resulted in either neutral results, such as being unable to change the time required to prepare 21 Center's meals, or SCP-453 staff becoming part of the scripted events, in which case the staff invariably suffers serious injuries. Further testing has been denied pending Level 4 authorization. Previous logs are available on request. Next up, Script 82, The Plurality Cult.
Top priority, high fatality. If no known script has manifested by 0000 hours, staff are advised to prepare for the possibility of a Script 82 event. A weapons check is advised, followed by donning of riot gear and gas masks treated to resist Type 14 neurotoxin. Civilians are to be told the riot gear is part of a theme night and issued non-function directive goals if they wish to participate.
For an event, Script 82 will not manifest until 200 hours. Until this time, SCP-453 will be fully inactive. The event is entirely mundane.
At 0201 hours, one attendee, 82 Prime, will move to the center of the room and proclaim in Latin, "The time of plurality has come!" Between 50 to 90% of the other civilians of the club, hereafter referred to as 82 cultists, will respond, "We embrace the many." Note, any Foundation staff observed to reply in kind are to be terminated immediately and without hesitation by the nearest staff member. At this stage, intervention 45382 Pariah is to commence. The following sequence of events is a summary of Pariah. SCP-453 staff must read and memorize the attached full protocol.
The Mechanicus comes for Tombari's microphone.
No son ejaculation on screen, please.
At the selection of 82 Prime, staff observers will identify civilians who did not respond to 82 Prime's announcement using software provided for this purpose. These civilians will be flagged on the HUDs of all Foundation personnel riot helmets. Priority 1 is secure the civilians and remove them to Holding Area 453 TAC 11. Holding Area 453 TAC 11 is to be secured by no fewer than 2 armed personnel. Any 82 cultists approaching within 5 minutes of Holding Area 453 TAC 11 should be met with lethal force.
Certain number of uninvolved civilians which agree to contain in Holding Area 453-11 before 215 hours due to space or staff restrictions. All Foundation personnel would be ordered to cease attempting to maintain buildings and instead begin subduing any and all 82 cultists. Not only the force is preferred, cultists must be rendered unconscious or completely restrained, but lethal force is authorized and encouraged if Pariah is proceeding slower than anticipated. Unwriting bold, 82 Prime must not be harmed or interrupted in any way.
Between 0201 and 0225 hours, 82 Prime will lead the 82 cultists in a Latin chant. They will not respond to attacks by Foundation staff, and unaffected civilians will act as though nothing is going on. At 0225 hours, if either 1. all civilians have been contained, or 2. all 82 cultists have been subdued, the script will end with 82 Prime laughing hysterically, toasting the club, and returning to normal. The rest of the evening will proceed as though SP453 were a mundane club, and all participants will dissipate before 0400 hours.
Serious alligator vibes with that.
Yeah, I'm clearly the successful conclusion of the script otherwise must be truly dire for them to interfere with the script, given what a pain in the ass interfering with the script has been proven to be.
If by 0225 hours cessation of chanting, there remain any civilians and aged cultists complete elimination of one or the other faction sufficient prevention in SCP-453, Pariah is to be immediately aborted and all staff are to engage all non-Foundation personnel inside 453, civilians and A2 cultists with the exception of A2 Prime, with maximum prejudice. Observation personnel are to trigger release of Type 14 neurotoxic gas into SCP-453. A2 Prime is, as previously, not to be attacked. Note that A2 Prime has proven resistant to Type 14 neurotoxic gas. No other gas types are authorized. If A2 Prime is harmed in any way, or if any civilians or A2 cultists remain active by 023 hours, 230 hours, observation personnel are required to activate site self-destruct mechanisms immediately.
That seems a little expensive, don't you think?
The Mechanicus comes for Tombari's microphone again.
If by 0300 hours contact with SP453 has been lost without registration of a successful self-destruct, observational staff are required to notify all Foundation listening posts by transmission of a redacted frequency and advise of a potential K-class scenario.
Woof. You good, Steve?
Well, feel free to take it. Shrubby,
Yep.
Bill, chime back in.
Yep. Aftermath. No surviving participants will remember Script 82, remembering only a pleasant night at the club, even if Operation Pariah failed, with the exception of A2 Prime. Those who participated as A2 Prime will have recurring nightmares featuring data expunged, typically leading to loss of sleep, decreased productivity, and eventual insanity. For this reason, staff should capture former A2 Prime participants as they leave the club and remit them to site redacted for therapy and monitoring.
Note! Despite the severity of the script, Pariah is extremely effective, and abort has not been necessary since a redacted date in 1980s, and a full failure has not been observed since 16/12/1857. However, reports indicate that script A2 has become increasingly common since data expunged. Well, what we have here
1857, that's an interesting date.
is a thoroughly cursed location, apparently dating back to Roman times, and I'm guessing it's the plurality cult that largely results in the cursing, as that's the one that seems to have the most relevance to the future, as opposed to just reenacting embarrassments of the past.
Indeed.
A
I
cursed
believe 1857 is when Napoleon III tried
tried
to take over
I wonder
Italy.
what kind of anomalies we are dealing with here.
Interesting time frame.
It is, and I'm pretty sure we have. Well, I've read this before at some point in the distant past, but it's novel enough not to be bothered by repeating. Really quick, we've got a game to raffle off once again, as has become the norm. Not because I'm driving. I know I'm not bribing people to watch these shows to raffle off these games. I know this because most of them are won by people who probably didn't want them either. However, this one might appeal to some of you. Please watch this trailer and consider signing up if it appeals at all. If you win, all you do is have a means to get you the key for it. Driftland! the Magic Revival.
War between the ruling mages raged for centuries, but their recklessness had a price. Warring races cast a powerful spell to keep their shattered world in balance. To achieve that, however, they used all the remaining resources of magic. Refugees of the world they knew regressed into primitive tribes. Yet now is the time. And new mages are born, like a spark of hope. And along with the magic, the old conflict has also returned. Face the world after the magical apocalypse. Become a powerful mage, destined to reshape the ever-changing planet of Driftland. Develop your settlement into a worldwide empire. Exploit valuable resources. Lead an army of heroes endowed with free will. Exterminate your foes. Dominate the battlefields of Driftland and crush other mages. Explore the uncharted world. Witness betrayal and hope, hidden in the intertwining stories of all the warring races. Now, the fate of Driftland lies in your hands.
And that is Driftland, the Magic Revival. I've logged down Casual the Nexus Hunter for the raffle already. Anyone else who'd like to join just needs to make sure I know in chat. If you are, well, on a dead channel that no one's ever on and you want to join the chat and I somehow didn't see it in that context, sucks to be you, I guess. But that's probably not the case here. I'm pretty sure everyone interested has already signed up. Meanwhile, I understand we are 4 likes away from 13 likes, an incredibly humble goal for success for a stream that sometimes even gets reached. Otherwise, we'll be raffling off this game at the end of this stream, and we'll otherwise move on to another SP file that was requested early, depending upon who is actually in the chat to, well, hear it, that the request was honored. Either JTRW requested SCP-7333, or Miss Sparkles requested SP-2617. So if either of those people are in chat still, we'll go to whoever is in chat. Otherwise, the requests are open again. Or I choose arbitrarily.
Yeah.
Mina has joined the raffle. Shrubby has joined the raffle. Yep,
Another hand has touched the beacon.
What I find funny about that game, though, is that apparently their starting point is that a bunch of asshole mages cast a massive spell, mostly to stop magic. And this somehow caused their people to devolve to a primitive state, which, near as I can tell, seems to translate rather smoothly into peaceful. But now magic's back, so it's time to come up, be a big mage, and then go about trying to blast your other mages to oblivion. In a world that has already been objectively shattered by magic. I'm thinking that's a world that could use some technologically inclined anti-magic people.
No less than the whole premise behind Frostpunk, really. You know, that was the whole, climate change is real and, the climate is going to change. And then it all came to realization that, the climate's going to change. We've got fuck all to do with it. And guess what? We're all fucked.
The challenge would remain, aptly pointed out there, simply survival. That's always been the chief challenge. Anyhow, Casual, Nexus, Mina, Shrubby, you all signed up for the raffle, and neither people requested SP earlier are watching. So, I suppose requests are open. Else, I'll Guess I'll read SCP-2617 to give Sparkle shit about it later.
Who's starting us off?
I guess I'll handle the intro, and we'll just keep the standing pattern. So Shelby takes special containment procedures, and so on. SCP-2617, Object Class Safe. Which I can tell you right now, it's not.
Special containment procedures. Yeah, safe does not necessarily mean it won't kill you. Special containment procedures. Due to its fixed location, containment area 57...
I've missed a message from Xbox Nerd 2006, somehow. And since they're paying attention, we're going to their request, SCP-1262.
Xbox Nerd!
Item, SCP-1262, Object Class Keter, if you would take special containment procedures.
Special containment procedures. SCP-1262 is to be kept in an indefinite dormant state at Storage Area 33 inside a cube of dry ice measuring 3 meters by 3 meters by 3 meters at 205 Kelvin, minus 68 degrees Celsius. The cube is to be suspended inside Silo 4. 2 industrial-strength dehumidifiers will run continuously to sustain a dry environment within Silo 4. Neutron emitters will bathe the inside with radiation at all times to deter unwanted organics. Silo 4 is also to be filled with argon gas at standard atmospheric pressure.
Would you like to the next line, Tomboy?
He is currently muted.
And I have it. In the event of a catastrophic failure of the primary containment system or a breach in the cube itself, 6 pneumatic drills will extend from the walls and penetrate each face of the cube to deliver a powerful synthetic oxygen, 2,4,5-T, directly into SCP-1262. If this secondary system fails, 50% of Silo 4 will be filled with boiling paraquat, and SCP-1262 will be released into the liquid. If this tertiary system fails, a series of controlled incendiary explosions using a combination of thermite, napalm, white phosphorus, and TNT will be used to suppress SCP-1262. In any case, Mobile Task Force Theta 4, aka Gardeners, will respond and remain on-site to provide additional security during the re-establishing or reconstruction of the containment systems.
At no time should water, water vapor, organic tissue, or visible light with a frequency below or between 400 and 709 terahertz be introduced into Silo 4. Outside of containment, SCP-1262 is extremely lethal to indirect contact organisms, as shown to be approached after being fully suppressed back into a dormant state.
We will take the first paragraph description. Tombari. Description. SCP-1262 is a mass roughly 30 centimeters in diameter that is made up of a green plant matter capable of highly accelerated growth when left in the presence of light, moisture, or organic tissue. Its surface area is composed of a dense covering of thin roots. These roots can spread outwards by growth and move at a rate of 0.22 meters per second. SCP-1262's roots can reach up to a kilometer in length in order to seek water and mineral nourishment from the surrounding environment or from other living organisms.
SCP-1262 has a rapid regenerative ability which makes it difficult to eradicate. SCP-1262 also has an innate resistance to most types of radiation, extreme temperatures, and extreme pressures. However, extreme temperatures below greater than 1470 Kelvin or less than 213 Kelvin, or large amounts of aggressive herbicides seem to be the most effective suppression methods. Currently, there is no known method to fully exterminate SCP-1262. If left unchecked, SCP-1262 will grow to form complex structures. These structures are supported by hardened cellulose fiber and lignin wax plating formed in hexagonal patterns. These structures also include defensive, offensive biological mechanisms that range anywhere from pneumatically discharged calcium carbonate fletchlets to hallucinogenic fume-releasing pods. Right.
Inside these structures, SCP-1262 is able to produce many independently functioning organic systems for capturing and converting the ambient environment on an enormous scale. Please review Incident 1262-2010 4.2 Summary for further information on SCP-1262 activity and threat level. All information on SCP-1262 is based on observation in the field and redacted witness accounts. During the Iceland event, future research was planned when safer containment procedures can be developed.
So it's basically a gigantic plant bomb.
It's worse than that. It would seem like
That
this
grows.
is some sort of ostensibly alien plant terraformer that, upon release, would basically start a game of world conquest by creating production units, buildings for assault units to cannibalize all life on the planet.
Yeesh. Timeline summary of Incident 1262 2010 TAC 4.2. 4th of the 12th, 2010. Dr. Sparkles, a prominent volcanologist, and his assistant were collecting samples on the Lefajugskal ice cap in Iceland when they inadvertently unearthed SCP-1262 from the dense ice. Dr. Sparkles asked his assistant to retrieve it. As the assistant came into physical contact with SCP-1262, he was quickly engulfed and absorbed by aggressive overgrowth, resulting in death within seconds. Dr. Sparkles escaped back to his vehicle and reported to the local authorities. Local law enforcement arrived hours later to find a thick tree-like structure growing. 3 of the officers were entangled and absorbed by roots underneath them, and another was killed by toxic aerosol. The only surviving individual did not report the incident but fled the country instead, where he later detained overseas. SCP-1262 grew substantially and virtually unnoticed for the next 12 hours.
04-13-2010. By 4 AM, SCP-1262 had grown into a hardened cellular space structure covering almost 20,000 meters squared, with 3 prominent towers, each roughly 100 meters tall. At the base, a collection of gaseous bladders, each inflating and deflating independently, were scattered around the center mass, along with thick roots that penetrated deep into the ice. The structure was processing ambient air and other nutrients into heated carbon monoxide, which was being exhaled out of the tower's structures as thick clouds. 2 nearby towns evacuated after 50 people died from inhalation.
By 12:30 PM, 2 more towers had sprouted and the entire structure had increased in size by 160%. The SCP Foundation was then notified and a perimeter media blackout was established to protect civilians. Mobile Task Force Sigma-9, aka Valkyries, was called in with Level 5 clearance to lay down suppressing fire around SCP-1262 using air-to-ground bunker busters with nuclear warheads.
04-14-2010. First volley of the airstrike began at 1 AM and was successful in penetrating the ice cap over the dormant volcano. SCP-1262 became trapped in the collapsing caldera for a short while. During that time, 3 aircraft are destroyed by SCP-1262. A second volley was aimed directly at the center mass of the structure. The subsequent explosions were able to destabilize the volcano underneath to the point of triggering a violent eruption as planned. A final airstrike of bombing raids was made in the surrounding areas of fuck off ice cap, effectively demolishing the towns of Hurblgagen and Hurblwalken, as well as Skriblvavkaken, and a lot of witnesses.
That hurt, didn't it?
Just a bit.
The entire site was closely monitored to ensure that it had been successfully incinerated in the eruption. All public knowledge of the incident was expunged, and the airspace of 20 nearby countries was subsequently closed off until further notice, until atmospheric ash samples conferred a complete neutralization.
Unredacted date in the 20,000s. Flight Redacted crashed into an isolated area of Greenland while traveling from Reykjavik, Iceland. Intercept transmissions before the crash give a strong indication that SCP-1262 was involved. Upon further investigation of the wreckage, the tail section, which had broken off in midair, was found covered in SCP-1262's overgrowth. Still in early stages of development, SCP-1262 was quickly suppressed and had the surrounding layers of growth stripped off. SCP-1262 was then taken directly to Area 33 for indefinite storage. Yep. The most implausible thing about that one is that anyone moved fast enough to actually contain this thing before it became a proper world war.
Ah, that
This is
sounds
very
like
true.
a genuinely bizarre scenario. We'll see how they handle whatever ancient curse this is.
I'm just waiting for it to get sentient and start screaming, "Feed me, Seymour!"
It's a big green mother from outer space, to be sure. What I wonder is how do they identify the core of the damn thing? Because they have a sample they keep contained, granted, but this thing had built itself into a sort of murderous plant city. So, how precisely did they identify the apparently indestructible core?
But I suppose they just kept burning everything else until it just kept stopping in that particular shape.
Well, okay. We have 15 minutes remaining, and I'm not quite sure what else we can fit in there, but fine request to Xbox Nerd 2006, and sympathies on technical difficulties, Tom Barry. 58, we've gone through SCP-1262, a murderous plant thing, SCP-453, apparently cursed place in Italy where ancient tragedies play out, and occasionally it tries to provoke an end-of-world scenario. Where should we go from here?
We need more context on what comes next for this location. Director Arcater, what's the next planned topic or objective for us regarding SCP-453?
Well, 453 is done, as is SCP-1262. I suppose we could try to fit another one in the remaining 14 minutes, but I kinda don't wanna.
I don't want it.
Another SCP run. Fine, let's see what else we have before the clock runs out.
As an impulse, I'm wondering exactly how long SCP-2617 was. And I'm thinking it's going to be way too long for remaining time. So, my proposal, barring some request for a already known to be short SPJ, is to select a random SPJ, which is almost certainly going to be shorter than almost any other SCP people would suggest.
Yep, I'm happy to vote for that one.
Okay, let's see. There was a button for this, but I can't be asked to find it, so we're just going to just click stop at some point.
I was going to say, do we want to do the bird? The cursing bird?
I'll take this as a request from you. Which one is the cursing bird?
Good question. I believe it's further up, right up to the very top. Look for expletive-looking symbols.
Okay, briefly, how can the anomalous typeface not be Comic Sans?
Just as good as mine.
I'm not seeing cursing birds so far. How about something... Oh, we've got a request. SCP-2212J. Call now and get Apollyon free! This is probably a good choice. Item SCP-2212J. Object class available for only 12 payments of $1,499.99! Please feel free.
Good times, Jesus.
There you have
There
it.
we go. Special containment procedures. Anyone found without purchased something from SCP-2212J is to be assigned to counter duty, administered Class A amnestics, shot, assigned to counter duty again, administered Class C amnestics, and then returned to regular duties after being gently reminded that the Foundation currently has no more need of SCP-2212J.
And here we have a picture of SCP-2212J after selling a Henneken anomaly class to researcher Jack. Bad. Description: SCP-2212J is a humanoid resembling a male Caucasian human in a brown business suit. SCP-2212J claims to be a salesman specializing in the sale of object classes.
SCP-2212J will aggressively attempt to contact Foundation personnel who are in the middle of creating new SCP files, hacking into secure lines, smuggling letters into their internal site mailboxes, or through sheets of paper wrapped around bricks that are then thrown through the nearest window.
SCP-2212J will attempt to sell researchers one or more containment classes for an anomaly they are currently in the process of making a file for, telling them that these new classes will really get some eyes on your skip. While junior researchers tend to accept or refuse on a case-by-case basis, there appear to be a disproportionately higher amount of sales made to senior personnel, with classes such as Hymal, Apollyon, and Archon appearing in a number of files by senior staff.
Do not redeem, sir! Do not redeem! Just... It's that level of telemarketers coming across, isn't it?
It is, yes. In fact, quite frankly, I think at this point I'm a bit offended that they are presenting this as being plausibly just some Caucasian guy.
Discovery. SCP-2212J first manifested to the O5 Council on 20th of 3rd, 1900, selling to the Safe, Euclid, and Keter classes. Later, O514 will purchase the Thaumiel designation from SCP-2212J without permission, telling the rest of the council, "But what if we made the box an anomaly, guys? It would be so cool!"
O514 was promptly beaten to death by the rest of the council, and justly so, followed by the permanent retirement of their overseer's number. And this is why we can't have an O514 even when O513s are such a pain in the ass.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Excellent choice, Xbox during 2006. I think we might have done this one before, but it bears repeating. Because quite frankly, they never got the three classes reliably right. There was no need for more. You know what? Screw it. Let's make it special. We'll go ahead and get the cursing bird in as well. And no wonder we couldn't find the number. It's apparently SCP Cursing J.
I knew it had to be something along those lines.
Perhaps you might want to start this one off.
Item SCP Object Class X.
Special Containment Procedures. SCP Containment Unit cell is to be flooded with Dr. Bronner's brand peppermint syrup in the event that SCP secondary effect exceeds containment capacity. SCP goddammit's effects is currently in the process of being studied so that we might do away with it. It is best not to make direct eye contact with SCP, dammit.
Description: SCP shit is the designation given to a very rude bird capable of producing human speech despite its anatomy suggesting it will not possess such a capability.
SCP fuck damn it uses curse words almost exclusively. It's not known where SCP fuck at all learn the words or why it chooses to use them when other words are available.
Addendum G. A reverse research reveals why this type of bird is a finch.
PG. Curse words really only have the power that we give them. I suggest the document be revised with this perspective. Signed, Dr. Fuckwit.
You! Try me! SCP...
It is not known if the SP Fuckstain is sapient or is simply a biological robot that produces curse words. Let's trade off on the lines.
I'll take stimulus, you take response.
Oh, that works.
Stimulus. Hi!
Fuck you!
How are you today?
I don't give a flying shit.
Well, fuck you too then!
Kronk! An original curse word, when parsed by Foundation cryptographers, it translates into the complete writings of James Joyce.
I mean, James Joyce is a complete load of shit, but SCP Fuck It All is exposed to a pattern screamer.
Shut the fuck up! Addendum TV-13, except for interview conducted by Dr. Gerald, an intrasite television program.
You want to take Dr. Gerald?
You know, that does feel a bit out. Very well then. You are the father.
SCP Fuck It All. Sir, I am a fucking worm!
You know, if you could do a Poe impression, it would really just land it. I'm not sure I could either, so no pressure. Well, we have someone here we'd like you to meet. Timmy waddles on stage.
SCP-1192. Why am I a bird?
Audience gasps.
SCP Fuck It All begins doing flips.
Audience boos. Addendum PG-13. SCP, goddammit, has breached containment, acquiring celebrity status due to incessant media attention paid to its unruly behavior. As it is not actually like left Site-19, it is believed its popularity will burn itself out before too long and make recontainment viable.
Addendum NC-17. SCP shit has retired after its time video game flopped harder than a dead bird off a winter time.
Titters the Talking Bird. Help Titters the Talking Bird get over his addiction to cussing and using swear. Wow. And justly so. That sounds like one of the shittiest games ever imagined by man.
Fucking E.T. the video game.
This one's in the running to compete with that. It's extraordinarily bad. Okay, so to bring up to speed 58, we were giving the Foundation grief over the invention of new classifications and they can't get 3 right. And we just finished SCP Fuck It All, which is a cursing finch that is mostly offensive to people who can't handle salty words. Who also inspired, apparently, the worst game ever imagined, Titters the Talking Bird.
A cursing finch sounds like peak absurdity. Maybe we should just let
How
those
many times I
salty
hear
words
that
fly and see what
but that
happens.
J SCP, I just fucking lose it by the end.
That was an excellent ending point, and it fit within time, but just. So let's get the raffle underway real quick. We're raffling off Driftland, the Magic Revival. I have K-Shul, Nexus Hunter, Mina the Wild Mongoose, and Shrubby all marked down for this raffle. If anyone else wants to join, too late, I guess. First up, for K-Shul, we have 44. For Nexus Hunter, we have 34. For Me the Wild Mongoose, we have 10. And for Shrubby, we've got 23. I should have written those down.
K-Shul takes it.
Yeah. Congratulations, K-Shul. You have won Driftland, the Magic Revival. Please help this fantasy realm and its people mindlessly repeat the errors of its preceding culture. But it can be fun. And welcome back, Tumblr.
Yeah.
Now, this is a very strange mention in chat. Quote-unquote meanwhile mongoose. If you tell me not to say curse words around a talking bird, that makes me more likely to say curse words around a talking bird, including one in Finnish. I'm very confused by, because we already confirmed in the previous SCP file that Finland isn't real. I mean, it's a joke. It's a massive plate played upon the nation. It's in the name there! Finland! It's open ocean! Okay, but we are done here. Thank you all for joining me. I don't know if we ever achieved 13 likes. Can anyone check on that real quick? So I know I should activate confetti.
Double checking now. I am currently looking at 9 for YouTube's.
That's the one we typically look at. Yeah. That's fine. I guess.
I'll set off the confetti already.
No. The confetti doesn't get set off unless we hit 13 likes. We didn't get 13 likes, so the confetti doesn't get set off.
Set it off so you feel better.
If I set off the confetti when we haven't hit 13 likes, I don't feel better. I feel like I've diminished the confetti. Anyhow, we're wrapping up here.
All be winners.
Henceforth, if anyone wants to join in, we're ostensibly playing Return to Moria next on the Discord server, for those who wish to take part and have Return to Moria with the Durensville expansion. Otherwise, we'll see what happens next. Otherwise, thank you all for watching. This has been great fun as always. I hope you've enjoyed your time here, and if not, I don't want to hear about it.
15, you can piss off.
Do the intro, please. Don't try to conflate me with Arcturus. That hurts.
Sounds like a fun diversion for everyone on the server. Have a great time with Return to Moria.
Outro time to take. Outro.
Another stream concluded. So long as progress continues, success is inevitable.
Well said.